Hi there, my name is Jamie J. I'm the CEO and founder of Bottleneck Distant Assistants, also a shareholder here. And we're having some fun. We're getting ready to do something of a pseudo launch of sorts. We want to tell everybody kind of what we've been up to for the past year. It's been a lot of work and it has not been easy. And I think what we're finding is the way that we're organizing this here live on StreamYard is I'm going to be introducing you to different people, key members of our operations team, and they're going to be telling you stories about what they've done over the past 9 months and why in the heck did we work so hard over the past 9 or 10 months. Well, as you know, COVID really made people in business think about things a little bit differently, or quite frankly, a lot differently. We were hit pretty good with COVID here. And instead of folding and closing up shop, we buried our heads. We all jumped in the trenches together and we reimagined and kind of reinvented what a virtual assistant was and what the industry was all about. So I want to give a quick overview on Bottleneck 2.0. And the reason that I say how bad do you want it is because the work that we've done collectively, not only the people here, but all of our developers, everybody on the Bottleneck team over this past year, this is the work we've done that I believe that's where true success, that's the foundation of success. That's where other people don't see what you're doing behind closed doors, doing late at night, working sometimes on the weekends, even though we try to promote the antithesis of that. It's really critical that you understand Bottleneck 2.0 was born from what I believe to be an incredibly successful year, because now we've built out the infrastructure so that we can scale properly, which we did not have before. And so we have several people here that are going to be joining us. We've got Glenda Acevedo. She is our Director of Business Development. We've got Javelin Hammingen, and she is our Success Manager. We've got Rachel Adlowen, and she's our Director of HR. We've got Sarah, my beautiful, lovely wife. She handles all things money. We've got Raina, who is not only my executive assistant, but now plays a bigger role in project management for the integrated services program. And we have Ems Reyes, and Ems is Director of Recruiting. Some of the things I want to go over really fast before I introduce you to Glenda is these are some of the things that we've done this year that you're going to be hearing on in more detail coming up soon. Category design. Thank you, Christopher Lockhead. He spent about an hour with the entire team, and we reimagined what a virtual assistant was. So what we came up with was a distant assistant. Based on, he said something, Jamie, you've been social distancing since before social distancing was a thing. And that's true. I've been doing this remotely since 2006, and I've learned a lot along the way. So we had to come up with a different category. We had to completely reimagine it. And there's so many virtual assistants out there, whether it's AI, machine learning, human beings, Fiverr, Upwork, we've all heard of this, none of which are bad. We're just different. And what I felt was with a virtual assistant, you're getting more of a transactional based relationship wherein you exchange money for a service. Often, many times there's iterations to get a project or a task completed. And we wanted to fix that. So we came up with distant assistants, which is more of an intimate based relationship. And even though it's remote or a distributed workforce, you can still build an understanding and culture and build that relationship to where you really understand the vision, mission, core values, and provocative points of view. We also built out the new client onboarding training portal, which we're going to go into. We also have now a dedicated distant assistant training certification. We have a subscription-based model now. We're a fully subscription-based model, as opposed to no more contracts being sent out, no more credit card authorizations. It offers amazing security. We have the integrated services program, and I wrote my new book, Quit Repeating Yourself, and it kind of outlines everything that I wished our company was and now is. We've written systems, processes, workflows for sustainability and organized growth. We've created and built a Bottleneck partnership program that incentivizes affiliates to refer business to us. And we make it really easy so that we can track that, and it's all automated. So I'm going to be touching on that. We expanded our direct sales force to include 2 full-time developers, business development officers. We trained internal project manager to oversee all internal and external communications. We've created and developed human resources, recruitment, technology, billing, writing, audio and video, and operations departments. All role and responsibilities have been documented. We built client and distant assistant onboarding and tracking procedures through a controlled CRM. We've created project management responsibilities using project management software with process communication within the internal team, as well as ISP, Integrated Services Program, and client-related technical processes. We've created a new security program to maintain higher levels of trust through managed information technology services. We're fully HIPAA compliant on the medical side. And this may sound like a lot, and it is. It's something we've been able to do. So without any further ado, that was a bunch of mumble jumble for people that may not have been involved in the internal processes. So for some clarity, I'm going to introduce you to our team members now. And they're going to be talking about the all-new Bottleneck onboarding process. So please allow me to introduce you to our team. I'm going to be bringing them in one at a time and introducing them to you. So that, well, actually, I'll bring them all in. How's that? We'll bring them all in here and pop up there. I've got Glenda Acevedo. She's a director of business development. Hi, Glenda. I've got, let me see, Javelin Habungen, and she is our success manager. And hello, Javelin.
Hello.
I've got Rachel. She is our director of human resources. Hello.
Hey.
I've got Ems Reyes. Ems is our director of recruiting.
Hi.
And Sarah, my wonderful wife.
Hello.
And hello. And Raina, our project manager / I guess my assistant sometimes now. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do was introduce you to Glenda Acevedo. And Glenda, I wonder if you might be able to share with us maybe a little bit about what it is that you've done this past year with regards specifically to the onboarding process.
Hi, Jamie. Thank you. And I'd just like to say hello to everyone out there who may be watching us. Jamie just gave a quick overview of some of the things that we've done this year. And to say that, hear him say it, it sounds like a lot of work. And believe me when I say it has been a lot of work. But I think now we're at the point that we are certainly ready for our customers. We went through some challenges earlier on this year. And what we learned were that we needed to tweak our programs a little bit. So that's exactly what we did. We went back, we completely redesigned our onboarding process in order to support our customer. And we started from the very beginning with setting up the inquiry on our website. So you can actually go to our website now and do an inquiry with Bottleneck, which will then prompt you to schedule a consultation with us. When you come on to do a consultation with us, what we'll do is share some information with you on the history of Bottleneck. We'll go over our program and our services with you, talk to you about our hiring and vetting process, go over our pricing and subscription models, talk to you about our integrated services program, and all of the features and benefits that basically Bottleneck can assist you with when you hire a personal assistant with us, or as we call it, a dedicated distant assistant. And once we go through a consultation with you, it's really more of a discovery call because we really want to know more about you, your business, and how we can support you with hiring a distant assistant. What types of tasks do you want to delegate to your assistant, and how can we support you with that? So we've gone back to recognize the areas that we needed to do a better job. We've reinvented that, and we've tested our model and proven that it now works. From that point forward, once you go through a consultation, you get an email afterwards that actually recaps all of that information for you, gives you the next steps in the process, which would be paying a sourcing fee. Once you pay a sourcing fee with Bottleneck, We take it from there and we begin the sourcing process by actually creating and documenting a job roles and responsibilities outline, which is done by our recruiting team. We send that out for your approval to make sure that we have clearly documented the role for you. Once you've approved that, we begin the sourcing process for you and begin sending out candidate profile packages. So as you can see, we've clearly put a lot of work and a lot of thought into the process. When you receive the candidate profile packages, you'll receive a resume, a video assessment, or video personality assessment, and a video file of your candidate. This gives you the ability to be able to go through and look at all of their experience, understand a little bit about who they are, their personality, and to be able to view how well they communicate with you. If you decide you'd like to interview these candidates, we give you a link to schedule the intro call. We usually send out 2 to 3 candidates to each one of our clients. From that point forward, you can come in and spend about 20 to 30 minutes interviewing the candidates with you. Once you've selected a candidate, we then move to our onboarding process. And to talk to you a little bit more about what this looks like, I'd like to introduce you to Jovelyn, our success manager. Jovelyn?
Good morning here from the Philippines. It's 2 a.m. and it's raining. So to continue with Glenda, to where Glenda left off. So we've been working on this client onboarding portal for a year, and it's worth the hard work. One of the things that we noticed when we were onboarding our clients is that most of our clients don't know how to onboard their distant assistants. So this is where we've created when we started creating the process, and we have built the client onboarding portal, created videos and lessons that would guide our clients on how they're going to onboard their assistants. And I've also been helping the team in creating the workflows for this one. And so there are things that we have taught, like what are the things that our clients need to prepare prior to onboarding their distant assistants, like what are the list of tools and softwares they need their assistants to download. Are they going to set up an email business email account for their distant assistants prior to onboarding them? um, Also, we've included there the expectations they need to have with their DDAs on their day one, like setting expectations, like what should be the method of communication they have with their DAs, and what should be the response time, how many hours should their DAs respond to them in case they need to send them some emails, stuff like that. And then also, what's the process when DDA takes on leave or gets sick. So those are some of the things that we've included in our client onboarding portal. And so once our clients are onboarded, we also have this check-in meetings with them. Like every 2 weeks, we check in with our clients to make sure that um, we address any issues they may have with their distant assistants. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Javelin. Yeah, as you're starting to see things might come together a little bit. The journey of hiring is not an easy one, and that's why we're working so hard to kind of bring this all together for you, to kind of give you a platform or a guide, act as an actual guide. We've tried to think of every step of the process to outline it for you so that it helps you hire more efficiently, more effectively, and really prepare to bring somebody on board. So I wanted to, the next person I wanted to talk to was Rachel. Rachel's our director of recruiting. And Rachel and Ems are kind of going to talk with you a little bit about this, because we're talking about the dedicated distant assistant training certification program that we put together. And Rachel and Ems were instrumental in that process. So I'll bring on Rachel now.
Hi. It's like what Jovelyn said, it is 2 a.m. here in the Philippines, but we're still striving.
Thank you.
All right. So what dedicated distant assistant training program course is actually a video for our distant assistants, or our up soon to be distant assistants, we really want to make sure that our future onboarded distant assistants are aware of how to create workflows, how to do inbox management, calendar management, um, how to delegate tasks using integrated services program, which is one of the plus points here at Bottleneck that you can avail when you have a distant assistant with Bottleneck. So yeah, it's a course wherein our candidates can become distant assistants. I mean, like when they finish all of these courses, they can be certified, and they can also present it over to our clients. So the main purpose why we have this course is that we understand courses are very expensive in availing, and we created this course for everyone so that they can also become distant assistants here at Bottleneck, or they may use it when applying to other companies as well. They can present it, hey, I am a certified distant assistant. I can help you with the things that you need. So that's actually the purpose of one. And on top of that, what our goal is for our distant assistants to know, um, kind of like having a guide of understanding our business more. So yeah, I mean, like there's really a lot that they can learn in. The whole team did so well. They were able to explain well with regards to creating workflows, because that's one of the selling points that we have. We want to make sure that they process everything down. They understand the flow of the business, how to create rapport with clients, so on and so forth. So we're very, very excited to launch this thing. I mean, everyone has done a great job. So kudos to the whole team for creating such a wonderful course.
Thank you, Rachel. And Rachel's our director of human resource, and I have to say something too. And I'm sure she could probably say something about this. I've probably been a nightmare to work with over this past year, simply for the fact that I've changed so many things after we've started them. So a lot of work has gone into this, a lot of rework, and a lot of rework, and even more rework. And we understand that once a foundation is built, once a system is built, we're going to continue to have to tweak it as we grow and learn new things. But we never really had that foundation to work from. And I always use this as an example. When you build a house, it takes a long time, and to put up the walls and the roof and all of that. But if you knock a hole in the wall for some reason, doesn't take as long to patch that hole as it does to build the entire wall. So that's what we've done, and that's what we're so proud of. Up next, I'm going to be introducing you to Ims Reyes. Ims is our director of recruiting, and she works alongside Rachel. Rachel has been instrumental in supporting her after she's come on. Rachel has an unbelievable background in recruitment. And so I want to bring her on so that she can kind of add to what she's contributed to as far as the dedicated distant assistant training portal. And just FYI, when a new assistant comes in, they come in as a virtual assistant. They're not a distant assistant until they complete our proprietary and very unique distant assistant training certification. So I just want to send out a special kudos to Rachel and Ims for that on the background. But here's Ims. Ims, if you want to introduce yourself and share a little bit about what you've been up to, we'd really appreciate it.
Hi, team. My name is Ims Reyes, and I am the Director of Recruitment here with Bottleneck Distant Assistants. I'm actually one of the, I think, newest onboards, and they put into practice what we're trying to develop here when I onboarded. So basically, although Rachel trained me, but there has been a lot of workflows thrown in front of me, and it's been a breeze catching up to these folks because of the workflows. So as far as the dedicated distant assistance training certification, we're actually trying to make sure that the help that the team has provided me through workflows will be extended to everyone who is going to be working with other people or clients outside of Bottleneck internal team. And also, just to add on what Jamie said about people coming in as a VA and then staying as a dedicated distant assistant. With our dedicated distant assistant training certification, we actually really put an emphasis on what is a DA and how it's different. And also, we have dedicated a couple of training or courses that actually lets them know who we are as a company, our culture, and hopefully it's sort of like a ripple effect that they can implement on their prospective work assignments. So I'm really proud of what we did. It has been a blast and constant changing. And yeah, I'm really proud that we are here today, letting you guys know of what we've been up to for the past couple of months. So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Ems. No, sometimes it's been exciting. Sometimes it's been a little frustrating. I've seen the whole spectrum of all of our collective personalities coming together. We've challenged one another. There's been certain times where, like, oh my gosh, I wish it would just stop. They've had to cut me off talking too long. I talk too much. It's been really, really, really cool to see. We all share the same vision. We all share the same mission. We want to try and help our clients and support them with a dedicated distant assistant so that you can get your time back, so that you can stop doing the wrong things and focus on doing your best work. And it's pretty magical when you see a client give us feedback that this has completely changed their life. The quality of life is back. They just can't believe it. They started their business to have a lifestyle, a certain lifestyle, whatever they deem that successful lifestyle to be, not to start a job. And so we help with that every single day. And now that we have this foundation, we're just really excited. So we're a fan of words here. Words matter. We love it. We have a blast with it. We always make up different words, DAs and, Sportl. And so to tell you a little bit more about what Sportl is, I wanted to introduce you to my wife, Sarah, who is kind of handles all of our money here. And she was the one that said, Jamie, we got to find a better way for this. So we built out the Sportl, and I want to introduce you to Sarah so she can tell you all about it.
Sarah, and I'm Jamie's better half. And no, I'm not on the end of a fishing line. That's a land behind me. Jamie didn't catch me and reel me in.
Are you sure?
They always say that that necessity is the mother of all invention, and that's what's happened at Bottleneck. Every time there is a friction point, and it doesn't, not a bad friction point, but just something that, couldn't we make this smoother? We relook at everything, and that's why this whole Bottleneck 2.0 is happening right now. And there were some friction points with payment. How do I know when my billing cycle is? Lots of questions. How do I increase my subscription hours? We had all sorts of questions from clients, and we decided, you know what, we need our own payment portal. So we came up with, Jamie actually came up with the name. It's called the Sportl. So Sportl.Bottleneck.Online. And that's where you can go as a client to purchase a subscription of part-time monthly, full-time monthly, or to pay an onboarding fee. And the great thing about this is I don't have any of your financial information, which I wasn't comfortable with that. We did everything legally and above the board, and I had, authorizations signed, and I kept everything in a cloud-based, private, secure area. I still was uncomfortable with that. With the Sportl, the client goes in, they enter all their information. I don't see any of their payment information, and that's a huge relief for me, and privacy wise and security wise, I would hope that would be a huge relief for the clients. You can also go in once you've created your account, and you can update your account there. You can go in and you can look at all your payments you've made. You can change credit cards or bank account information. You can upgrade your account there. Anything you need to find out about all your payments are right there. So that makes it really easy for me, because it was difficult. There was a friction point. I was spending a lot of time. Okay, What day did they start their subscription? You got to go, and I've got to go into QuickBooks, and I've got to go into spreadsheets, and there was no easy way to look at it. And I think with the Sportl, that we just pretty much nailed it, and we've made it easy for our clients, easy for our recruitment if they need information about payments. Our success managers, everybody, it's easy. That's where the client goes. They need information. And I only have to look one place. So that makes it super easy for me when somebody has a question. So thanks.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were done right there, but yeah. So she brought a year's worth of work down into about 2 minutes. Very good. One of the other things that we had challenges with is just conversing back and forth. And so with our CRM, we use HubSpot right now, and we figured out a way. And then project management, we use Basecamp 3. But we've really figured out a way through iterations, because so many times, someone may go in and say, well, when is their start date? Or, how many hours are they working? And we had all these questions internally that we had to figure out. And I think we've done a pretty good job now of really getting that internal process nailed down. And to be fair, I don't even know all of it yet. I'm just learning. The team has been instrumental in building that out, and it's just fantastic. And to see the communication going on between all the team members, it's magical. Communication is key to anything. Communication instills confidence. Communication instills efficiency. And so one of the other areas that we really tried to focus on was what is going to be something else that makes us even a little bit more different, not better, never better, different. What is that? I think the dedicated distant assistant training certification, proprietary. No one's ever had that. Different. Our onboarding portal, client onboarding portal, different. I don't know anybody that has that. Different. Everything we've tried to do has been different so that we can provide a different outcome for our clients. And that goes also with our integrated services program. And so what I wanted to do for that is introduce you to Raina, who is my pseudo former assistant, project manager mostly now. But I want to introduce you to Raina so she can tell you a little bit more about the integrated services program and what we've done with that and why that is going to be a benefit to you as a client.
Hi there, everyone, and watching from the Philippines and also the US. My name is Reina, and like what Jamie said, from an executive assistant, his executive assistant, I'm now a project manager slash integrated services program or ISP manager. So I am the one that's like some sort of no, not some sort, but a middleman for our onboarded DDAs and also clients. So, for example, if our client would hire a personal assistant or an executive assistant like me, and they wanted some kind of graphic work done, but of course, that client's personal assistant is not a graphic designer. What the DDA will be doing is he or she will be going to our ISP portal where they're going to fill in all the requirements or they want on a graphic design, and that and from there I will be assessing that with our graphics team. So just before, remember Jamie and also team, it's kind of like everywhere and all, and then ever since I came in, tried to work things out with our ISP team and with the DDA and the client. We were able to fill in the gaps, and now we have a good process. Can I say good or different process right now?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
fantastic
a great
process, awesome
process.
process that we've created. Of course, with the help of the HR and also our sales team, so I'll be able to know how to communicate effectively with the DDA. Because mind you, our team is not communicating with the clients. We're going to be communicating with your DDA or our client's DDA, which is also going to be removing the time and effort from the client's end. So all they need to do is just review our output. So yeah, basically that's very that's very that's very much it, I think, on my end. Do you have any questions? Can you comment down below and ask, can you tell me more about ISP or something? Or comment down if you have any questions there.
Raina,
We
Raina,
wanted to read there.
I
Yeah.
would love to hear more about the Sportl. What can our clients expect from the Sportl or our DAs? What will they be getting, or how does that work?
ISP portal, you mean,
Mhm.
Glenda?
Yeah, or that's yes, thank you. ISP.
Yeah. Oh, the ISP portal. So I will be giving a link to your DDA. So the client doesn't have to go there. So first step is our client, if they wanted, for example, a graphic design done, the client should be communicating that with the DDA or your distant assistant. Then, when all of the things that you wanted, the DDA should be going to the ISP portal and putting all the things that they need there. And then they're going to submit that to me as an ISP manager. Once I receive that, I will be asking the team, is this something that we can do for them? Of course, we'll have to assess it. So once we get an approval from the ISP team, I will then inform the DDA, okay, we're ready. We're going to work on this, and this is the ETA of this, 3 to 4 days, or of course, depending on the workload or depending on the what they need. So if it's a graphic design, usually our graphics team would say 3 to 5 days max, and then we're gonna forward it to them for review. So right now our DDAs are communicating the tasks to us, and then we will be communicating, the DDA will be communicating it to the clients. So it's more easier right now for the clients when they want some graphics done or website management, like tweaking of the website, video editing and audio editing. So that's one of the things that our ISP team can work on. So yeah, comment down below if you have any other questions.
I just want to comment that this is
Yeah.
one of the features that sets us apart from our competition is that we actually include either 12 or 24 hours of these services with every subscription. If you come on with this part-time, you get 12 hours a month of ISP services or 24 hours a month as a full-time client. So again, this sets us apart from our competition. So please call Bottleneck, utilize their services.
I love that. Thank you. And thank you for the overview. Great questions, Glenda. Thank you, Raina. Yeah, integrated services program. I think it's a really unique offering that's in tandem and included with your subscription, by the way. So it's just fantastic. It alleviates you from trying to get into the weeds too often. We've all had that experience where we tried to find somebody to edit a video or edit an audio or do a graphic for us or update a web page. And either you got what you want through many iterations, sometimes maybe it worked right away, or holy cow, it was nothing like you expected. And the reason why is because there's no intimate based relationship there. They don't understand. So by your assistant now being trained in project management, they're able to delegate this to their own team, quite frankly. And then one extra part is when that project or task is completed, now that project manager, which is your assistant, now acts as quality control. And because they understand your tone, your voice, they understand you so well, they know to check to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, no spelling errors. Is the brand integrity maintained? Is everything look right? Because they know what you expect. So this really takes a lot of time out of a lot of this stuff, so you don't have to go back and forth. One final place I wanted to quickly touch on before I reintroduce you to the team, and we kind of have close out this Bottleneck 2.0, How Bad Do You Want It campaign, is I wanted to talk about the Bottleneck Partnership Program. And this Bottleneck Partnership Program is instrumental in developing relationships, both so that you can confidently refer someone to Bottleneck, and so that we can make sure that that confidence is instilled not only in you, but in whoever it is that you referred to us because we've set up this partnership program on an automated affiliate platform. And you can go in and track all of the people that you referred to us. You can get creative copy, creative images, every things that we've designed. If you want to share that on social, you can also see when you're going to get paid. And for everybody that refers a client to us, once they complete our standard 90-day onboarding process, when they become an actual client and an actual distant assistant, once they complete that 90-day onboarding process, we're going to send you $250. So we're really excited about this program being fully automated, and being able for you to have access to see your own reports and see your own tracking. You can learn more by going to bottleneck.online/partnership-program. That's bottleneck.online/partnership-program. Feel free, you'll get your own unique URL that you can share out to all of your friends. Without any further ado, I think that's pretty much a wrap of what we were going to be kind of going over today. So I wanted to bring the team back together. If everybody wants to unmute, I don't know, does anybody have anything else they would like to say? I mean, this has been, it's been a year. Like I can't believe it. We've officially launched the client onboarding portal, the dedicated distant assistant training certification portal, the Sportl, the ISP portal, our workflows and processes, roles and responsibilities. I mean, oh my gosh, we built a company. We built a company this year.
Yes.
I know that probably some of the biggest challenges we faced this year. Our motto, what was our motto the last couple months?
Slow down to speed up.
Yep.
Slow down to speed up. Exactly. What did that do? What did that mean to you guys?
It meant we had to slow down, reinvent, redesign our systems and processes so that we could come back to market ready to sell, ready to bring on customers, and with 100% confidence know that we're ready to support them through the process. Because what I realized earlier on this year as a new employee for Bottleneck is there's an awful lot to learn. And it's not easy to onboard an assistant. It's not easy to learn the art of delegation. But with the systems and processes that we've put in place, we now recognize that and are willing to spend the time holding the hands of our customers so that we can walk them through that process and teach them the art of delegation through the methods that we've designed in doing this. So if you want to know more about our systems and processes, please schedule a consultation and come learn more about Bottleneck.
I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, one of the things that you'll find if we take you on that journey, I kind of want to just touch on that so you get a picture of how that looks. So you'll meet Glenda or you'll meet Dave, our account executive, and they'll introduce you to our systems and processes, just like Glenda said. And then Jovelyn, Jovelyn's going to kind of be right there along the way. So as you're going through these, challenges of hiring somebody new in a remote location, completely distant location, there's going to be some things that you hadn't thought of yet. We all don't know what we don't know. So Jovelyn, what are some of the things someone might be looking out for during that first 90 days?
Sorry, yeah, so during those first 90 days, actually, one of the things that we noticed with our previous experience with some of our clients is that the importance of training their assistant. Like, uh, our assistants come in, and of course, they have their skills set. They know at least 75% of the tasks that they're doing, but still, there's a need for the clients to, train them when it comes to their own systems and processes, how they do the things in their workplace, in their companies. So one of the things we do there is to help our clients come up with DDA onboarding, like it's a manual that we help them with to create their training calendar. How does it look like on their first day for the first 90 days? We help them come up with the training agendas and topics they need to train their DAs with. So yeah.
And Jocelyn, what do we do in advance of the DA starting? What are the steps that you take to get our customers prepared for their first day with the client?
Yeah, so there are instructions that we send them, but prior to that one, we set them up for an onboarding call. So that's where we discuss everything they need to know prior to onboarding their distant assistant, and then after that call, then we send them some manuals or some email, an email that would recap everything we've talked about, plus the cheat sheets that we have, so that it would help them really get prepared. So it contains all those things I discussed earlier, like what do they need to do? Do they need to set up an email account? Like, do they need to call their phone system vendors so that they're going to set up their DAs for a phone number? So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And you know what's nice is the interdepartmental conversations going on there, IMS, because this is IMS. You're out there. You're doing the sourcing and the recruiting, all the while the client is preparing to hire somebody. So what goes on behind the scenes between you and Jovelyn, you and Glenda, while all of this is happening with the client?
Well, it's actually sort of like a virtual boardroom. So a lot of things are happening on the sales end, and a lot of things are happening in the internal team, and as well in HR and recruitment. So what other people don't know is that it's a lot of back and forth between each department. It's not just the sales doing their thing, internal team doing their thing, and recruitment and HR doing our thing. It's a lot of because Glenda mentioned that we are holding the client's hand. It's sort of like the same thing internally. We're holding each other's hand. So if something goes wrong on their end, it's going to affect us. And if something goes wrong on our end, it's going to affect the clients. It's sort of like how can I phrase it? But it's like we're together, but we're really not. And I think the technology that we're using, since I don't actually have a virtual background in the past, this is my first job working with people all over the world. So I'm like, wow, this is possible. This is the new era. And I'm really excited, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
fantastic.
think that's the most exciting part about my job is that I get to meet with people all over the world and learn about new people. But talking about the relationships that we have among each other, actually, when I meet with my customers for a consultation, I record the call. And the next step is I tag M on it, and M goes in and actually listens to the customer firsthand describe the person they want to hire. And then she takes that and creates the job roles and responsibilities for the client that I then endorse back out to the client for their approval. So she's absolutely right. We're always working with one another, interdepartmental, producing what needs to happen for the customer in order to move the customer forward in that process.
Yeah, and so there's one thing that signals a new client for us. They're a prospect, and once they pay us, they become a client, right? And that first payment now, instead of us taking the time, Sarah, what is it? How does that first payment come across to you, and what happens as soon as that payment comes across?
Oh, so it's automatic. And there's several team members that are on an email, a group email that goes out. And so I believe Javelin is alerted and Glenda is alerted and M's is alerted that a payment has gone through, and we can tell if it's a subscription or for a sourcing fee. And once the sourcing fee is paid, then M's gets at it. She is hardworking. She is looking for those assistants that are going to fit the bill for the client. It's pretty amazing, and there's a lot. There is a reason there is a sourcing fee, because there's a lot of work that goes into finding the right candidate. There, Ems and Fiona, they spend countless hours going through candidates to find 3 or 4 candidates to present to the client, that Glenda, can then move forward with the client. So it's a pretty amazing process.
I've really enjoyed seeing it kind of come to fruition. And then we've defined a handshake. I think that's what we've said. So that's a prospect, and then they pay us, and then we're outsourcing, and then they say, yes, I really like this person, I'm going to hire them. And then we get that first payment, and it's like magical that, wow, we built a thing where we've built a service that makes enough sense for someone else to kind of give us their hard-earned income. In return, we're providing a service. And that handshake is now that DA's responsibility shifts from M's over to Rachel. And Rachel now handles somebody that is now an actual client of ours. Is that about right, Rachel?
I actually onboarded Distant Assistants, sir.
Okay, so when they're onboarded, when they get hired, what do you do? How now it goes from M's to you, and what happens?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of challenges in there. I mean, like, it's super not easy being an HR. And, well, the good thing about being an HR is that you're able to connect with them. And I did remember also, Sir Jamie, that you told me that I have a huge influence with the people that we're working with. So I kind of see that. Why I do have a huge influence. It's not just being the HR, but also being kind of like their counselor, and at the same time sometimes they're therapists, because it's not easy to just go out there and work for someone that you that you haven't seen or like touched or know like at all. So once IMS endorsed them to me, I do the tech checks with them, I guide them through the introductory call, and then when they got onboarded, that's where, like, okay, this is it, we're officially holding hands virtually, so I'm going to walk you through a little bit of chaos, but don't worry, it's also heaven. I mean, like, yeah, the 90 days, it's all about just adjustment, creating rapport, making sure that everyone is happy. So, yeah, HR life.
Yeah, it can be a challenge, and you do a wonderful job. I've heard a lot of great feedback. I think it is challenging, right? We're dealing with human beings after all.
Yes.
So I just want to take my hat off to all of you and say thank you and kudos to all of you. I think this is fantastic what we've come up with. I'm really excited for the future and how this company is going to grow, because we are now officially the Bottleneck 2.0. Again, I think, wow, it's a big deal. We pushed back our launch date a couple times because we wanted to make sure that it was there. And, so I just want to say thank you. I also want to say thanks to the rest of our team that isn't on the call, because we've all worked very hard on this. All of us, all the developers, designers, Mike D, Magic Mike, video extraordinaire, all the changes that we've gone through. It just really means a lot. And to be able to share this opportunity with you all, I cannot wait to see what happens this upcoming year. I think we're just poised for growth. So thank you very much, everybody. Is there anything anyone else wants to say before we wrap?
Book an appointment with Bottleneck.
Book an appointment. Go to Bottleneck.Online. Absolutely. Anything else? Okay, then I think we're good to go. I will not tell everybody a dad joke here to save face. That's only for the internal team. And just wanted to say thank you again. We talked about the new onboarding process here. We talked about the new onboarding portal. We talked about our dedicated distant assistant training certification. We talked about the Sportl. We talked about the integrated services program. And we also talked about our Bottleneck partnership program. And on behalf of everyone here at Bottleneck, I just want to say thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And please go check us out, Bottleneck.Online. We look forward to hearing from you and are excited to work with you in the future. So thank you very much. And don't forget, create your own ripple.